Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Believe It Will Be Done. My name's Maria, and today I'm going to start a series called Lessons Lived. So if you've liked what you've heard on this channel before, or you are joining me for the first time and you want to be able to get the whole series, Lessons Lived, hit that subscribe button and we'll get on with it. So today, to kick off my series, I'm going to start with a big word, bravery. Now, a lot of you probably don't think about bravery in your life, and honestly, I don't think about it every day either, but I'm going to acknowledge it because being a person with a disability, your life isn't always smooth sailing, and no one's is. But you can feel some bumps along the road, probably a little more often when you're a person with a disability. And the way I've been thinking about bravery is the times of my life where I've had to have a stiff upper lip or just swallow down some of my feelings and get on with the day. And I know we all have to do this, but when you're a person with a disability, you really do it more. And I think it's okay to recognize, and it's okay to say that I've had to be brave through a lot of shit. And what I'm really thinking about are times when there was no way around it. I was going to be excluded. And a lot of it was really because of physical constraints. And it's the way our world's set up. It's not easy to navigate like me when you're in a wheelchair. Or for somebody else, any kind of disability. Maybe you don't have the same kind of vision or the same kind of hearing. And it cuts you out. The way this world is set up, it's set up for people who can walk where they need to go, see everything they need to see, hear everything around them, process everything the way typical people process it. And so what ends up happening is you are excluded. And when you are excluded, the world around you wants you to just take it. And just taking it requires you to be brave. And it's time to acknowledge it. And it's time for those of you with disabilities like myself to sit up a little taller and claim your bravery. And for those of you who don't face this like I do, to recognize that I have to do things you don't, and I have to be brave about it. You know, I remember a time when a friend of mine was getting married, and I could go to the service, and I could go to the reception, but after, everybody was going over to someone's house to get together. I couldn't go, couldn't get into the house. And I just had to smile and be grateful for the fact that I could go to the parts I could and not let other people feel bad that I couldn't attend the rest of the stuff. And that was me being brave. And maybe that was me being a little naive because I was letting other people feel okay for the fact that this world excludes, which is not okay. But I was brave because I didn't fight against what I couldn't change at that moment. But I can change it now by making sure I say, I'm proud of myself because I just put my feelings down and I got through, and I'm proud of myself now for saying that shouldn't have been how it was. I shouldn't have let everybody else feel okay with the fact that I couldn't do or be part of it all. And I shouldn't let the world be okay with it. So when those of us with disabilities have to be brave because we're excluded, or be brave because we can't do something and no one else is helping to solve those problems. No one else is trying to include and break down the exclusion. I don't have to be brave right now and say it's okay. I'm going to be brave and tell you it's not okay. And that it's my job now to talk about all of these inequalities. And it's my job now to make those of us with disabilities feel comfortable talking about the inequalities. And it's my job now to make you typical people feel uncomfortable about the inequalities. So I'm going to keep being brave by not just showing emotion that makes people uncomfortable in the moment. And I'm going to be brave by continuing to persevere through the exclusion and through the inequalities. And I'm going to really be brave by posting this video and letting everybody hear how wrong it is and how hard it's been and how it's not acceptable and how it's time to change it. So be brave if you're a person like me with a disability and get through those tough times. And be brave if you're a person like me with a disability and stand up against the times when people want to push you to the fringe or push you into a shadow or not acknowledge your needs or not acknowledge what makes you special and different and better. And be brave to tell people that you don't want to be brave and just accept, but you want to be brave and tell them not okay, not accepting it. And if you're a typical person out there, be brave and don't accept it. And be brave and stop thinking that you can throw me a bone, throw other people a little bit of inclusion and call it enough. Be brave enough to be uncomfortable with the fact that we aren't equal, we don't make things equal, and let's all be brave and make it a little more equal. I wasn't exactly sure where this discussion on bravery was going, but I love what I've said, and I love that I'm saying it, and I hope you love it too. And please subscribe and be even more convicted to share this message and let people know that it will be done. And today, what will be done is a step towards me not having to be so brave, because we're all going to do it together. Come back to this channel. Really come back and hear what else I have to say. Hear what else has happened in the lessons that I've lived. And hopefully they can be lessons that you can live too. Thanks for coming. Continue to subscribe. Keep believing that it will be done. My name's Maria, and I'm going to talk to you soon.